Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to A Punched Out Thursday to Die For, where we'll be using our punches and or our dies to create our layout. And I'm going to be scrapping these two photos right here of my son and my granddaughters at a father-daughter dance. And I've already matted them, and I'm using On Trend 2 by My Mind's Eye. I'm going to use those two die sets right there for my title. One's Echo Park and one's Memory Box. And I'm going to use those lacy borders right there from Tim Holtz and On Trend 2 6x6 paper pad that Debbie gave me both of them. And soon as I seen that pad, I thought, oh, I've got to use that for this layout. Because I've got a bunch of extra stuff to go with it. Not as much paper. I've been using my paper over the years. And I say years because I've had it a little while. I will be fussy cutting some of those flowers out. And I do have that scrap of the black and the gray, but I'm going to use a 6x6 paper pad because the print's smaller. This is the Tilemania uh, yeah, stencil. My mind went blank. I wanted to say embossing folder. And I'm using gold. I believe it's close to my heart. And if you ever use gold or silver, either one, they're kind of thick and sticky. And so you got to go a little bit slower when you're stenciling a fine stencil like this one. It has such little pieces that, yeah, it's harder to push it through, and you just got to take your time at it a little bit more because those little tiles move out of the way if you don't. And I'm also splattering my background, and I'm using Distress spray, and this one is tarnished brass, I believe it is. It's pretty close to gold, so I thought it would work. And I'm using the packaging technique, and I'm putting it on top of my stenciling so that, kind of goes with it. And then I'm going to put these splatters on top of the stenciling too. I will add some more splatters later, but at the time I thought I'm just going to do it on the background. But, once you get done and you get to looking at it and the embellishments has no splatters, at least I want to put a little bit more on. Now, I didn't plan on using this heart on my layout. I didn't even know it was in there. But once I got my background stenciling done, I went ahead and pulled out the pieces that I thought I'd be using on my layout. And like I said, I knew I was going to use this die of Tim Holtz that Debbie gave me because it is so pretty. And uh, I've been wanting it for a long time. I was just so tickled that Debbie got it for me. And I'm only going to end up using 3 of them. And one, it's just so close to the color of my background that I thought it blended in too much. So I'm using the other 3. And I put glue on that one because in my head I was thinking I would put it down first and then put my cluster on up there. And I was just going to, put it up there and then go ahead and with the rest of the layout and do my cluster up there later. But as I got ready to put it down, I thought, I think I want it on top. It is so pretty. I think I want it on top. I wanted more of it to show. So I am putting my cluster up there, and I had a hard time deciding which tag to put where. If I'd had 3 tags, I would have put 3 on here because in my head I thought, I think I need 3, but I only had 2. And looking at the layout when you get done, I don't really know where I'd put the 3rd one at anyway. Uh, and also, I used, well, this one here's got little tiny flowers on that uh, die cut. And when I was putting the glue on, I thought I should have used the other side and had all 3 of those colors. But I decided go ahead and do it the way I was doing it. Now see the stripes on that one piece of paper there? I really wasn't wanting them, but I was wanting the gold. So I went ahead and put it down first. And I could have just used a piece of the gold paper. I don't know what I was thinking. But when I seen it, I thought, oh, I like the gold, but I don't like the other part. And put it down. And in a little while, I'll be thinking, oh, why can't you have used your gold cardstock? But it's all right. I went ahead and I left it. I my title is just going to be Daddy Daughter Dance. And I thought I better put the flowers down first so I don't know how much room I'm going to have for my title. And I really didn't need to put this other one down. And I'll get to thinking that after I put the adhesive and stuff on there. And I thought, I need to go back to my title so I get it done and go on. So, yeah, I'm putting this one down and then I'll go ahead and put my title down. Now, those two stickers are going to be the biggest flowers I'm going to use on this layout. And they are stickers. I went ahead and put them on cardstock, cut around them, and made them unsticky so that I can move them around because I wasn't sure which one I was going to use where, and made them into ephemera instead. But like I said, they're the biggest, and I thought about cutting them down even smaller. I did cut a little extra off when I was trimming them out, but they are really big. You will see me cut off some leaves and tuck them under after I put foam tape, or some of them I already have foam tape on them because I did that when I was trimming them out of the paper because I did fussy cut them out of that piece of paper I showed. And I thought, well, I know I'm going to want foam tape on this. And I did pretty good this time. Sometimes I have to take more than one piece off, but I only had to take one, I think, on this layout and use it somewhere else. But I was just kind of guessing. I, let's see, where am I at now? Oh, there was some edges, and you never want to leave them because there's always some place you can use that little bit of flour. So I have two and I'm putting them there. And then I'm going to have one later that, well, it's after I get the photos taken. Well, no, it's before I get the photos taken. After I get the video done, I decided I needed a little something up there right where the tag is up on the right. And I see that extra one and I go ahead and cut it out because it's kind of in my way. And I will put it down there with the two others sticking out underneath the photo. I was kind of figuring, if I cut that little one, it's not very big, and stuck it in that bag of scraps, it might get lost, so I might as well use it. I punched out several hearts. I punched out, I don't know how many actually, but I am going to use a few on the layout, and I'm going to kind of place them around the layout. I had that, well, there was like three real light green tealish looking flowers left after I put the others down. And I thought, well, I got to figure out where to put them so they won't be next to other green ones. And so, yeah, I'm contemplating on the places that I can put them. And I ended up putting one down there by the word dance, uh, just because I still had it. And I thought, I might as well just use it instead of putting in the scrap thing. I am using this pretty pink paper for my little flowers. I'm going to have two sizes of little flowers, and I picked them because they were kind of shaped like the ones that's on the paper and the stickers, and I will put gold centers on them. And I hadn't planned to put a gold center on that one flower to the left of the photo on the left, but I forgot all about it till just now. I was going to do it to match the other one. Well, a little bit. It wouldn't be perfect because it has little circles surrounding the circle in the middle. I'm using that Tim Holtz punch, and I punched out little branches because I'm going to tuck them here and there, and I thought I might as well make them gold. And I'm using just a glob, a real professional word there, for my glue and my Tim Holtz piercer. I think that's what it's actually called, to pick up the glue and put the dots on the little flowers. But I am kind of randomly putting the, well, not so randomly because it is places that I want them, the little branches, and then I'm going to put the flowers on here. So while I'm doing that, I want to mention down there below, you'll find the links to anybody else that is doing a Punched Out Thursday to die for, where they'll be using their punches and or dies for their layout. And I use both. I use several punches and three dies, I believe it is. So yeah, plenty to create the layout with. And I was I was rambling there while I was looking at the layout, trying to figure out where I was at and if I had all the little flowers on there yet. And no, I don't. And some of them do have foam tape under them, so they'll be lifted up, and some I'm just gluing straight down to the layout. But I think after I get all them down, besides the splatters that I mentioned earlier, I will be done with the layout. But I got to thinking while I was doing the layout that I will have to make layouts for 4 sets of these pictures, so they'll all have one, and probably 5, so I'll have a layout too. But yeah, they're all dressed up and really pretty. My daughter bought all the girls the dresses, and she bought them the tickets for the daddy-daughter dance, is what she called it. So that's what I put on my layout. And last year he took Hope, and the other two was wishing they could have gone. So she made sure that they all got to go. But that's it. That's my layout. I had a whole lot of fun making it. And of course, using my punches and dies. Um, let's see. There's my layout. And I had it planned just kind of go diagonally, but I wasn't thinking about my title or where I was going to put it when I had that plan. So it just kind of went all over the paper instead. And there's my little clips of flowers that I didn't want to go to waste, and a close up of my daddy daughter dance. And you can see the Tile Mania um, stencil there. And then, of course, the splatters at the end that included the flowers because, they just look kind of bare without them. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you liked the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you who already are, thank you so very much. And thank you all so much for watching my video today. I appreciate that too, because I know you could be watching plenty of other videos here on YouTube. There is so much to choose from. But be sure to check out the links down there below to see what everybody else created with their punches and or dies, and pull yours out. Have a happy scrappy week. Bye.